Hello, pirates. Hello, friends of Pirate Chain. Ours, me, Giuliano. It's the 7th of August. And boy, oh boy, girl, oh girl, person, oh person. This thing just got hit pretty good. So I'm here to share this price chart with you. Okay, let's take a look at the price chart. Pirate Chain price charts. We'll start with the BTC price chart for the Pirate Chain. Using the KuCoin exchange data, we're looking at the daily candles, and we see here, wow, dumperoni candle. How much? Currently, about 16%, 16.66%-ish. So, yeah, that's quite the big candle. Like previously stated, Pirate Chain can have some pretty big green candles, but yeah, I mean, that's a tiny one for Pirate Chain, but it also can have some big red candles. Hey, that's pretty good though for trading, and volatility is good for swings higher and lower. Now, none of this is financial advice, so just a reminder. Where are we? We are at a previous resistance level. All right. But here's the deal. So today, a big down, a lot of volume. Okay. Overall, this is from a move that has long been downtrending. We found a low, making higher lows, sorry, and looking to make another higher low. And here we can plan it out, path it out. Maybe if this is the way it's going to go. Firstly, we've got the trend line, and we're looking to get support on that trend line to continue this momentum of an uptrending move. However, as we can see, it looks like we're going into negative momentum territory, doesn't it? This is a daily price chart again. So it is what it is. It might be time to come back down to lower levels in the 30s, maybe even back to an oversold territory, but looking for it to be higher than this oversold territory, of course. All right. So that's that potentiality. I want to just go a little bit deeper into it. What I want to look at here is with the retracements, we can see, okay, we had a move up from, roughly 6,000 Satoshis up to about 9,500, even up to the 10,000-ish if you got lucky there for a few R. But basically from this 9,500 level at the high, then we retraced back down here. The first question is, curiosity, what was the retracement from that whole move? Because that can tell us if we're possibly zigzagging down at an overall correction, or maybe there's just an interim correction. So currently at a 50% correction, body to body. And and this is of a degree higher. So it's the whole move rather than just a recent up move. For example, from this low here, after this down consolidation, we can pull from here. But that means, okay, possible that we could still go further high. The other thing that we're looking here, okay, as we coming down this first move, is, having said that, we're looking at what was the retreat on this B wave, because if we're going to consider the first down move as an A wave and then the next move contrary to that as a B wave, then the B wave, what kind of retracement did it do of the A wave? So for the A wave to be retraced, we'll take from the beginning of the A wave to the end of the A wave, body to body, we went into it about a 7.86 or 8.1%. And if we go to around the candle wick areas, we see that we are into a flat pattern, meaning this B wave where we've come back up, it has retraced more than 61%, between 61 and 81%. So we're around a normal average, neither weak nor strong B wave of a potential flat pattern. If it only retraced, if it retraced less than 61%, then we could consider the potential for a zigzag pattern. So with this flat pattern here, now we're getting started with the first leg now of the C wave. So what I'm saying is we might be seeing something like this. We get an A, we get a B, and then we get a C. Where does that take us? This looks pretty sharp. So I'm actually hoping that it only goes here and that this is something on a bigger scale, because anyway, sorry, on a smaller scale, you know, it could be carved out better, but on a bigger scale, it's just more simple. So let's hope for that. So that's basically the idea of this type of pattern. And one thing I'm thinking then, okay, fine, where if we're going to look for where does the C wave go, it would be in terms of price, then we would look for the retracement of the B wave. We take from the B wave where that begins all the way to the end of the B wave. We can use the wicks if you want, and we can use the bodies. So there you go. With that, it looks roughly, all right. It looks roughly like we are reaching that zone of retracement. So for because we've already gone past the one, now what else I would like to see here is, let's retrace the whole thing again from this move to the top. And what we get is we start to see at the 0.5 to the 618 is a zone where we could look for some strong rebounding here. That would be good. That would be great. If we can hold this level here, we've got the trend line moving up. We've got this zone here at the 0.5 retrace, which is a good retrace for the in terms of strength. It shows some decent strength. It's not a 382. You know, if it only retraces 382 from this top, and then goes higher, that's great. That's very strong. If it goes down to the 5 and then retraces, then continues higher, that's still really good. It didn't even take it to the 618. But even if it goes 618, that's still an area where you can commonly get that move. Now, one thing of consideration is that the price here, oh wow, we're gonna clean this up. So I'm gonna take this rectangle here and we're gonna just carve out a zone. And that's about that zone where we'd like to see some retracement here. Okay, and we're gonna fill her in. Oops. Fill her in like that. Okay, so there's our zone. We confluenced it with the retracement of the whole move up at a 0.5 retracement where it is currently, and then also between the 132 and the 1618 for, you know, this looks like it's some sort of elongation in this pattern of a flatness. So that could be the case. Otherwise, we'll see where it goes if that's not the case. So that's one possibility here, what's happening. Another possibility is that it will break below. And you know, we've already put down the 7,000-ish Satoshi level with all of these wick touches. So we've put that as a previous level of support. So again, none of this is advice, but if you're putting some orders, you know, these are decent. These are definitely decent levels to place some orders. Now, you might, since we're here, if you hadn't already put them here, I mean, you might consider it. You're at this trend line here, but you might also wait, if you didn't, you might just say, wait, I'll wait and I'll put it down here. That's great. Then if you get it, you get it. You don't. But never hurts to grab them here and here. Again, not as advice, but it seems reasonable. All right. Yeah. So that's it for the BTC price thoughts for the daily price chart. Let's look for this to give us more clarity over the next few days. But there does seem to be bias to the downside, so that's the general idea. Bias to the downside with a potential for a quick reversal here. That would also give us a bit of a stunning grin. Okay, yeah, that's the idea. let's think about the 4-hour price chart. And you can see just in the previous 2 candles is where the price lost its supportive range. And here we are again, as you saw before, with along that trend line. It's not a perfectly carved out trend line, so you know we could always amend it. If we want to take it for the 4-hour, we could just slide it down a little bit or whatever. That's fine, but you get the idea. We're in that zone, that area, and if we are, let's say we want to start looking more closely, we can see. I can see how we getting some form of, let's just bring that up. Yeah, we can see a 3, and now we're getting a 5. So 1, 2, 3, maybe we're coming back with a bit of retracement back into the Bollinger Band, and then a final move down with a 5. And then who knows, we'll see what that ends up looking like. But yeah, it seems like we have an interesting move in front of us. And well, yeah, what I wanted to mention earlier was that we've also broken into the price range of this wave here, this 1 wave, and if we're considering this a 2 wave. So that's one thing to consider. Might not mean anything particularly, because ultimately this could be something way other than an impulse. It could be some form of corrective pattern moving in the direction we prefer, which is the up direction. Okay, so this is our BTC for our price chart. Coming back to the mean trend line here, reversion. So let's look for a nice bounce. With such a move hard down, we could get a bounce up to here to this 8,000 level, and then find our way from there. That would be cool. All right. The bounce to the 8,000 might precipitate a further dump down, but anyway, that's the idea. All right, for now is done. And if we're looking also at the our USDT, same exchange, we're using the KuCoin exchange. We're still following that trend line, same idea. We had a form of impulse here if we're just looking at this wave action, and then correction. And yeah, this is looking pretty flat patternish, if we want to say that. Or this could be a 5th wave, failed wave, and we're going to make our way down from here and just go that way. Okay, definitely possible, but that would probably mean that the BTC USD is also dumping hard, and that doesn't get the sense of what's going on. There does seem to be a return of bullish sentiment. However, it could be a big, huge fake out. Anyway, but Pirate Chain was moving a little bit harder than other things in a different way. So to the upside. So right now, cooling off. And if we do look at it from this type of point of view, it's a pretty decent consideration that it could come back down to the $3 level and then bounce back up to the $4 level and go from there. Or maybe bounces around between 3 and 350 for a while. Possible. The other consideration is having this here be, so we can delete that. We can have this area here being the top of the impulse that went up, okay? And then from there, we have a type of, once again, an A, some B, and some C. Now, in this case, what I like is, and this would also be a type of a flat pattern. What I like here is that in this B wave, it shows strength higher than, going higher than this previous price action. So at least with the wicks, right? But the fact that it's at least 1-to-1, it looks like a 1-to-1 retracement. Like for example, this from the top to the bottom here, back to the top here, is about the same distance, right? From 0 to A and from A to B is about 1-to-1 equal. So the C can be considered like it might be less dumpy. Although, you could definitely see yourself getting back into the $2 regions. higher up, but again, it's going to be an overall market thing. I'm getting this sense right here. And so we're looking for 3 as the support. Okay, but once again, we're looking for an impulsive wave down here as the C, and then and that would be it. Then we would find out the next move, and I think it would be in the favor of bullishness to the upside. Okay, well, that's that. We might be finding our support right here along this trend line, and that is good. That is good, but we keep touching it and we keep going up, but we can't hold that. So next level, let's give ourselves a horizontal around here, $4. That's the level. Okay. For now, I'm going to leave it there. That's a 4-hour price chart. If you want to have a view of the daily, it's right here. And then in the next day or two, we come out with a 1 weekly price chart. There you go. Quite a bearish engulfing. This could last a while. You know, it doesn't just have to stop where I said. Then again, it could be a fake out type of bear trap. Now, that sounds very sophisticated. Ultimately, what it could be is a holder selling a lot into the market, and that's it. And but at, you know, at a market price that it just continually selling. Well, it could be something like that. But this amount of volume, okay, regardless it's red and down volume, this amount of volume is going into somebody else's hands, and so that in itself could be a very bullish thing. If those hands are strong and long term, fantastic. All right, well, or just considered to be somebody who cares about the pirate chain and the use cases, you know, if they're going to use it for decentralized exchanging and all fun type of stuff. Again, none of this is advice. So whether or not you want to stay hydrated, you know, drinking your water and staying well rested, getting all the good sleep you need, and moving around, exercising, keeping your body fit and healthy as best you can, eating well, all those things, don't have to do them. That's about it for now for me. We are looking for what's the next day going to bring and what's that going to look like, you know, on a weekly time frame. This doesn't look so good. Oops, this doesn't look so good on the weekly candle here. This is not, you know, we had 3 bullish green candles in a row. Turn around here with this red candle. Okay, it's a weekly time frame. Let's see what happens. So yeah, looking to, in this type of time frame, we're looking to break the trend line. Unless something drastic happens tomorrow and changes the sentiment. But even then, what goes up must come down. So yeah, look for that $3 support level. Okay. Take care, folks. That's it. Love, peace, happiness, all that good stuff to you. Trying your best to stay sane amongst the crazy. Bye for now.